In today's video, we're going to be testing the theory that someone who no lives video games is actually better than two people who have lives. To test this, I had my two friends come over, and we played some games. I'm a little jealous they actually have lives. They were very difficult to pin down, so this took a while, and I apologize for that. But anyway, in today's video, we have 4 different challenges, one for each video game. In Fortnite, who claims the victory? In Gang Beasts, who can claw to the top? Who can win the most games? In Rocket League, who can score the most goals? And finally, in the racing game, Forza Motorsport 7, who can win the final race? I am very excited to share this with you. I did not expect it to end out this way. So, stick around, watch the entire video. You're going to enjoy it. Enjoy! Give me a good grade, please. For the first game, we have Hamza up. Poor Hamza. He doesn't even remember the binds.
No.
After catching him up to speed on all the binds necessary to play, he dropped into his first game. His first decision was to land at the volcano. Now, this is the point where Koa and I realized we are in for a very, very long night. Just watching him play, oh my goodness. I didn't think anyone could be this bad. Holy. And I'm not used to controller, so we're on equal playing field. But Koa and I were having to actively explain the binds to pick things up. Thankfully, we didn't have to watch him play for too much longer because he started getting beamed out of the sky after rotating away from the volcano. Funnily enough, this was right after saying, "Don't people shoot you out of the sky?" We said, "Nah, your globbies are too bad." Now, from this gameplay, you'd assume he plays pretty poorly. Wrong, he far outplays Koa and I. Today, we are here for this game. Look, you can't see the game. For those of you that have a life, that game is Gang Beast. And being totally honest, it was one of the most fun games we played all evening. Now, I don't know about your idea of fun, but mine is certainly running in a circle, punching and throwing my friends off things. Which Gang Beast is all about. This final round decided whether Hamza would win or I would win. It's not very good, if you can't tell. Koa's a little bit better, but really, they don't stand a chance. They don't. Next up, we have the most rage-inducing game, Rocket League. Unfortunately, I once again have the most hours on this game. I realized too late that this was the case, so you're stuck with it. First match was Koa versus me. Yeah, he wasn't very good. He was really buns. Of a final score of 10-0, I won the first round. Round 2 is Hamza versus me. Unsurprisingly, I won. It shouldn't have been that close, but it was. So you know what? I made a few mistakes. We learned. Now, it's loser versus loser. Hamza versus Koa. Buns versus buns. Who is worse? It's not a question of who is better. It's a question of who is worse. Hopefully they learn something. but really, they didn't. This was the worst match I think I possibly could have watched. So we're just gonna jump to the results. To no one's surprise, Hamza won. I hope no one was surprised. Koa, oh my goodness. He needs to put some more hours into this game. And then last but not least, my favorite game to play with friends, Forza Motorsports 7. Koa's one and only win came from this game here. The driving in here was almost as bad as it is in Rocket League. The amount of crashes everybody had, just from like stupid mistakes, was insane. Yet, somehow, Koa came on top in this race. Hamza won it overall, of course, because that kid loves racing. It was fun, it was an experience. I found the outcome of this experiment to be quite interesting, because on a game like Fortnite, where I have the most hours, therefore the most skill, and because of how skill heavy that is, and mechanics based, you would assume I would win. Hamza, however, who has the least amount of hours on Fortnite, therefore the worst mechanics, won. But this is purely because he was more cautious than Koa and I. Because Koa and I have more hours on the game, we were a bit more reckless. He landed tilted, I landed somewhere else. I think it was Salty Springs. Hamza landed at a volcano. Who lands at the volcano? Nobody lands there. Nobody does. Therefore meaning, nobody contested him. And he came out on top because of this. Then on a game like Rocket League, where it's a little bit more mechanic-based, and there's fewer outside factors, I won. And then same with Gang Beasts. Because I'm a no-life. Please! Help me! Then, on a game like Forza Horizon... I would have destroyed them if it was Forza Horizon. No-life, that game. Forza Motorsport 7, I was once again really stupid. Because, I was like, oh, I have the most hours. There's no way I can lose this. I went into a pit wall, and Koa overtook me. He beat me. So therefore meaning I was knocked out of the race. And then Hamza took it because he has the most hours, and he was the most cautious around the track again. So, all in all, does having the most amount of time on a game matter? Partially, yes. But skill doesn't mean anything if you do not have the brain to go along with it. Caution and skill are a winning combination. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure if you enjoyed this video to like and subscribe. And if you're seeing this in class, please ignore this part. If you're seeing it on YouTube, I would be greatly appreciated. Peace out, everybody. Have a great one.